Hello my baby beans, welcome back to today's video. Before we get into today's video, I would like to give some shout outs to Anna Dean, Carl Walt, Hannah Jones, and the ultimate killer bunny. What else do I have to say? As you guys heard in the previous video announcement that I made, I said I was gonna put the Haikyuu series on hold because I really do not feel like doing that at the moment. I decided that I was gonna do a My Hero one, and it is called Midoriya's Little Sister, and it consists of 7 chapters, so it's kind of short, so yeah. So I'm gonna be reading the prologue and the first chapter today, and I hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get into the first episode. Prologue. Izuku was quirkless, and that was fine because he had hope it would come late. When he found out his mother was pregnant with a girl, he didn't hope for himself. He hoped that the child would have a quirk better than anyone's. And he wished with all his heart his sister would be greater than himself and Kachan, who was the greatest person he had met. Here we go. Members of the agency, Bakugo, Sarah. I just had to, I'm sorry. After she was born, at this point in time, Izuku was 2 years old, diagnosed with no quirk. After she was born, he looked after her with everything he had, giving the love he got from his mother. A few years later, she was 4 years old. They found out that the young girl would have a good quirk, but it would come extremely late, which she couldn't understand at the time, because she aspired to be Izuku. When she was about 6, Izuku brought her to the park and played with her before a certain Kachan came over. Deku, who's this twerp? He asked angrily. The girl walked best she could up to him. I'm Ash, nice to meet you, she said, happily putting her arm up for him to shake. Another useless Deku, he laughed out, shaking her hand. What do you mean, Deku? She asked, finding the word hard to pronounce. He laughed again. I mean, it means useless, but don't worry, you are only young, he said, smiling for once. His crew looked at him weirdly. He then looked at Izuku. Look after her, Izuku. I mean it, he said, and Izuku nodded. That was 8 years ago. Caitlin had not gotten her quirk, but trained very hard on a program with her older brother, who was now 16 years old. He was a semi-pro hero with One for All as his quirk. Let's just say when she found out, she was attached to him in a hug within matters of seconds. She had met most of the pro heroes and was very happy. She aspired to be like Izuku, but to do that, she needed to be a hero with a quirk. End of prologue. Beginning of chapter 1. Ash hit the punching bag, her hair flying from side to side, her arms pumping forward and back. The gloves were tatty, and her hair sprawled in her face. After her session of punching, she ran around the largest lake 3 times. After a session of that, she went to her chest and abs, crunches, biking. I almost said bikining. That's not even a word. Biking and bridges and etc. She had been training like this for a year, possibly 2. She trained hard to be like her brother, her hero, Izuku Midoriya, or better known as Deku. He had always been her role model, the one she aspired to be like. So she trained her hardest with him, making herself extremely strong. She had limitations, but she broke them easily. But the one thing she couldn't do was go to UA Hero School, for she had no quirk. She was told she would have one, but it never came. As she opened her eyes to wake up, she noticed Izuku at the end of her bed, giddy. "I got you a trial test for UA High School," he yelled happily to her, and she looked at him with tears, jumping into his embrace. "Better get ready into your hero outfit. Exams start in 5 minutes," he said happily, laughing, and she shoved him out of her room so she could change. She pulled her long green hair back into a messy bun and placing on new clothes, her hero outfit. Sorry. I lost my spot. Hold on. There it is. It was a green and gray collage that had a long sleeve top and a cape. The top attached to leggings with a drape-like skirt. It was free-flowing and easy to move in, yet stylish. She called Deku as she flung herself out of her window, jumping to the academia. Did I say that right? My Hero Academia? Yeah, to the academia. She finally arrived right on time. It had literally just turned 9. "You were the only person who arrived right on time, miss," he said, trailing off. "Paladin," she said. "It was a work in progress hero name." The students laughed, but she showed them something cool, which shut them up. She moved her index and middle finger over her eyes, and a visor appeared that gave her all information about them. "So, Miss Paladin, what's your quirk? And we can start the exam." She gulped slightly. "Quirkless," is all she said, and stunned the teachers. Izuku made her write as she said that, out of breath. "You could have told me left, Ash," which resulted in her quickly pulling out her phone and shoving it and showing him the messages. "I did notify you," is all she said before getting ready. "Just promise you'll be careful," is all he said, and Ash nodded. The exam began. She made a quick start and looked around, noticing many people around her. A large 0-point robot was in front of her, and a girl was unconscious, stuck between a boulder. Something came over her. A large, bright light engulfed her, and she was gone. The monster was getting scissor-kicked in the face. Her eyes were bright green, and vines wrapped around her arms and the robot's head. As she jumped off, she flung her arms, tearing off the head. Then she jumped back down to the girl, picking her up. "Are you okay?" she asked, very concerned. The girl's eyes fluttered open. "I thought you said you were quirkless," heroes in training and pro heroes asked. Deku jumped down and engulfed her in a hug. "Finally! I thought the doctor was lying when he said you were gonna have a late quirk." Ash laughed slightly at her brother. "How did I get a quirk, though? Dad's a fire guy, and Mom can only attract small things." Is all she asked before getting back to the exam. She smiled as she kicked robots in the face and wrapped vines around them, her body trying to get used to this new feeling. And when all the monsters were defeated, the exam ended. A few days later, results came in a letter, but it was actually a hologram. Miss Ash Midoriya, known as Paladin, we are proud to inform you that your performance was a great show, and you established a good hero personality. Your quick reflexes to show to someone being in danger, and the powerful quirk you have only just developed has proven good. You scored 60 points in the fight and 60 in rescuing. Overall, you achieved 120 points, giving you access to UA High School. We are proud to welcome you, Ash Midoriya, aka Paladin. Meet us tomorrow at 7 a.m. in front of the school with the other candidates, and be accepted into the prestigious school. Also, you need to find your class with us. It will be an honor meeting you. I am All Might. Bye. Deku and Mom hugged me tightly and happily. I am finally gonna be a hero like my brother. And that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you all tomorrow, or in the next video at least. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.